Hello and welcome to another edition of the One Kindred, One Business Initiative series of the Imo State government under the leadership of Senator Hope Uzodimma. My name is Kenneth Amechi. I'm a professor of business and sustainable development at the University of Edinburgh, UK. I also hold a chair in sustainable finance at the European University Institute in Florence, Italy. I am the Chief Economic Advisor to the Imo State government, a job I do on a part-time basis. I'll be co-moderating this with Professor Jude Nzako, as well as with Dr. Oke Anokwem. We promise to have an interesting session today, but before we start, it would be nice to share some thoughts about OKOBI, the One Kindred, One Business initiative.
Susie. Name I hope you some. What taking with alone? No, your company.
You see one name. Mbadu do. Oh, you call your company with her. Eh, horom na muke. Ukwa OKOBI.
Eleke uka OKOBI. Eko to penya mazo. Ahu shele manya. Ahu mchore nyemaka.
Ya bu inu be maka OKOBI. Ngwa gente. OKOBI watu matoma government hiwere. Iji kochapo obiam na akpu ndi mmadu isi agara. OKOBI ga-ekewapụta ohere ọrụ maka gị o maka ọha obodo gị niile. Naanị legharị anya gburugburu gị. Chepụta nnọọ ihe ọbụla gị na ụmụnne na ụmụnna gị ndị enyi ma ọ bụ ndị obodo gị nwere ike ịgbakọta aka mee mepụta ya mma dịka ịzụ ọkụkọ, azụ, oke bekee, ịkọ pineapple, ịsụ mmanụ nkwụ ma ọ bụ mmanụ aṅụ na ọtụtụ ihe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche. Unu hazichi usoro eji eme ya ka ọ bụrụ ihe ga-amịpụta ego. Unu agbapụzie ya ọsọ ga-akpọtụrụ onye ji ọkwa Chief Economic Advisor n'ọchịchị steeti Imo. Ọ ga-agbazi unu olu nye unu ntụziaka hazie ụkpụrụ a ga-eji mee ya ka ọ kwụsị ike ma mịta ezi mkpụrụ. Ọ ga-enyekwa aka n'ikewapụta ohere ọrụ nye ndị na-achọ ọrụ n'obodo.
Biko nye m akara ekwentị ha ka mkpụ ahụ ozugbo.
Ngwa were ihe dedata ya 07013512035 07013512035 ma ọ bụ 09114360076 09114360076. Ịkpọrọ ha ị ga-enweta ọsịsa maka ihe niile gbasara OKOBI. OKOBI wa atụmatụ bụ ịgba Shared Prosperity Government nke Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. OKOBI ụmụnna wike ọwụ ha agha.
Okay, thank you. And let me invite Honorable Sir McDonald Ebere, PhD, the chairman of APC Imo State, to say hello to the audience.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is McDonald Ebere, PhD. I'm an expert in practical political philosophy, and presently I am the APC State Chairman, Imo State. Thanks for having me this morning.
Thank you very much for coming and honoring our invitation. You know what One Kindred, One Business initiative is. Given your expertise in this field and your leadership role in the state, what do you think, or how do you think politicians, especially elected politicians, can be part of the OKOBI agenda?
Yeah, thank you very much. The One Kindred, One Business initiative, the OKOBI, is an economic effective initiative that was brought up by the Office of the Chief Economic Advisor to the Governor, who is your humble self. Since the inception of this One Kindred, One Business, the government and your humble self have been centering on promoting and advancing and empowering rural community businesses to enhance job creation and growth. OKOBI is no doubt a private-driven initiative, and I'm not too sure about my statistics, but I know that close to about 100 businesses have been registered or more under OKOBI in Imo State, which shows the growing strength of the program since it was launched in 2003. The intention, I suppose, is to ensure that many kindreds or groups, maybe people with shared kindred spirit or kindred initiative, on how to foster their place in terms of economic gains, have been involved in the registration and making sure that this can provide jobs, and then make sure that the value chain will be very profitable to our people. To the best of my knowledge, OKOBI has made a lot of impact in our various places, especially in our kindred, where people come up with businesses that will help the people of the locality in a long-term way, so that it will be gainful to them and help alleviate their economic needs. As against the backdrop of the usual thing that we get, I mean, talking about our politicians now, I'm happy that some of our House of Assembly members are here present, listening. What we get in politics over time, with my own little experience, is that the stomach infrastructure is what we always look at. We always come, promise our people one thing or the other during electioneering, during campaign, maybe buy them rice, maybe buy them vegetable oil or tomato, tin tomatoes, or whatever. Something that they will be seeing that time and probably eating that time on a yoga. The stomach infrastructure have confused so many of our dependents in terms of our political growth. And it has not been sustainable over time. All they do is that when they provide those things, when they're elected, they go back to their various shelves, maybe once once in a year or once biannually. They will come up, probably bring up keke bikes or beans or sewing machines or probably grinding machines and all that, line up one or two of them and then give to the people, probably bring some bags of rice and share to the people. And then our people continue to be impoverished over time.
But
It
let me
not been very profitable.
Yeah. So, Honorable, let's even stop at that. So, do they do this thing because our people that's what our people have told them that they want, or they do it because it's convenient? I mean, because if you look at it, they only respond to what people tell them, right? In a way, the signal people give them will be what they respond to, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was building an argument before you cut me short. But let me answer you because I'm building up a sequence in my argument so that you understand where I was going to land. But since your question have come in, let me answer you this way. I don't think any politician goes to the people to ask them what they need before they start campaigning. They campaign from their own initiative and make promises from their own perspective. The only way they drive these things to the people is that they have to tell the people what they want to hear. They tell the people what will interest them. And the people are not in the position to tell them what they want. Assuming they even tell them what they want during their own campaigns, they will be quick to make those promises that they will grant it. But when they go in there, I'm sorry to say that it's not usually the case. Maybe 80% of it will not be what the people say they want. They will now do what is convenient to them. So for me, I don't think the people are usually consulted before they make those promises. But the promises they make at times are spontaneous, because when they come and be talking to the people might be maybe raise up their hand, or somebody will say, okay, this is what this community needs. We want road, we want this, we want that, one market to be built. No politician will say, I will not do this one, or I will not do this one. They will always say, we'll do them. Don't worry, I will find a way to make sure. They will keep promising those things that they may not be able to achieve. And when they are elected, they go in there, they may even see that the resources are not even big enough to even solve some of those problems. That's my answer to that question. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. So
but
in
if
the
you can
interest of
allow
time,
me to continue on my, sorry?
okay, okay, because this is very interactive. So sorry I cut him before, but because it's interactive, it also makes it warm enough for our audience in that sense. So I will still bring you back. I think I like where you are at the moment, so that the other people can come in and continue from there. But I'll bring you in occasionally to also either corroborate or challenge them in terms of what they're saying. So, Honorable Bameze, given what the chairman has said, what would be a response to that? What is your experience? Maybe you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself to our audience and give us your own experience.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Honorable Bameze Innocent Ikechukwu, and I represent Mbitoli local government. Of course, Mbitoli is the largest local government in Black and white Africa. I want to tell you that I was shocked when my chairman said OKOBI started in 2003, and it has been successful.
I think you made the 2023, so that's fair enough.
Okay, the 2023?
Yes, 2023.
Okay. 23. So when we discuss issues like this, you, sir, as economic advisor, chief economic advisor to the governor, you can give us areas where this has worked and how it's working. Because now, OKOBI can go in this way from the perspective of trust. You, as maybe a philanthropist or a development in your area, I don't know any politician who can call you now to say, please come and donate 1 million naira. We want to open a poultry farm around your place. And you will not look at him 2 times. I mean, you in particular, you will first of all check his background, check his level of integrity, check his what he has done in the past, and you weigh the option of donating such amount of money. So this has to do with trust, confidence. What have you? Who is the anchoring master? Are you trusted? Are you the person that your people can send you for something? You go and get something. The reorientation program, the psychological of the people should be redirected, because the people in most cases have lost confidence totally in any person they call politician. And that is why
Honorable Ibameze, I don't think people have lost confidence in you. That's why they voted you, right? So we need to bring this in down to a local level. Say, for instance, I have a kindred. You have a kindred. Even before your constituency, Mbitoli, you are from Afra. You can go to your community in Afra, work with the Eze, work with the PGs there, and say, let's do something. Let's do a business. Let's create something for our people. Is that beyond a politician or an elected member of the House?
What you said now is achievable only when I am ready to do it by myself, and by myself. Before I convince other people to come and help, if they promise me, they will go back. But what I want to tell you in this now is that there must be a sample of, if I can sacrifice now and say, in my kindred now, I will go there and open a farm where they can be training maybe a poultry farm. I now engage people to come and help. Let us make it work. these other communities can copy and let it work. So, but in starting, telling people to come, there is an initiative. Let us get it together and do it together. The first question they will ask, where has it worked? This come together. What is my benefit? How many people are you going to employ there? Are they your own people, or will you give me opportunity to employ my
Honorable, I hear you where you're coming from. So this is the first time we are bringing politicians to this program. In the last, say, 18 months, we have been running similar programs where people are coming forward to share their experiences, good examples that can be emulated. And when it comes to you setting up your own, my office is there to support you if you need that technical assistance to help
That's all I want.
work with your people to create one. We also have instances of communities. We have the Obofe community in Ehinizde. They came the other day and they gave their experience. So you can go there. I mean, there's this life. There are about 88 of them, young people. They have a cooperative, they have a poultry, they have a piggery, they have a snary, and their mandate or their motto is Operation Feed Ezinizite. I'm happy to share their own example with yourself. So these things are happening in Imo State as we speak. And as the chairman mentioned, there are over 100 of such businesses registered. So what we are trying to do here is how to bring in honorable members of the House to see how they can also use their convening power and influence in their communities. But just to tell you, we are not expecting you to fund this yourself. But you have people in your network you can convince to see what they can do for their community. But let me stop there and bring in Professor Jude Nzako. He may have one or two things to say.
I'm not sure what happened there. Just want to express my excitement and happiness that we have some honorable members as panelists here today. I would want us to take the opportunity and look at the positive side of OKOBI. I do know that there are challenges, which Honorable Bamezir has highlighted some of them. But trust me, if the members of the House of Assembly, the legislators, can work with OKOBI team, it's my belief that we can kill those distrust, the deficit that already exists, the challenges, and we can move things forward. I do believe we can even reduce the number of unemployed people in Imo State by 50% within 1 year through OKOBI. Now, but what needs to happen is that legislators need to understand their role. They're not business experts, unless they were before they became the honorable members. So if we work together, we can synergize. I will expect a lot of the honorable members to key in to look at their legislative support, which is where they can play an important role in this process. And what we need to do is to look at OKOBI initiative as an objective project that can work. We need to develop a bottom-up model that will comprise everybody, every community. Because from what I heard from the chairman and Honorable Bameze here so far, we are looking at it on an individual basis. We need to look at it holistically, where we develop a model that works for everyone. And that's why I said I'm excited with the presence of honorable members here. But if we definitely work with them, we can come up with that model where they themselves will be assigned a role. Their role should be legislative support, looking at how we can improve legislation to support local businesses, how we can allocate resources and monitoring of the OKOBI projects itself in localities. So it mustn't be that each person should go and initiate their own. But if we do it that way, then the challenges and the difficulties continue to exist. So education and awareness, as he said, is also important, which is where we need to invest. We need to encourage the executive to see how we can accommodate this support for OKOBI within the budget. There are other things we can do, but I would please appeal to you, Prof. This number of honorable members that are here today, they need to give us commitment And when they
That's the point, because it has to be a two
yes.
prong approach, isn't it?
Yes, they need to give us commitment. One, that they will support OKOBI. We will bring the ideas and we need their support. And then we need to bring in the remaining 24 honorable members. Let's work as a team. Maybe at some point in the future, we can have a day, open day, when we can sit to discuss way forward for OKOBI, because I think it will work. That's what I want to say there. Thank you.
Okay, great. That's fine. Then, but let's keep it at the local level too. So they still have their regulatory role to play, but we also expect them as members of their communities they are influential people and they can draw people together to create these kindred businesses. So, Honorable Ibameze, let me go back to you in a minute. If you want to create this kind of business in your place, what sort of business areas or projects might work for your community?
We can have Gary production machines. We have some farms that people, and poultry. Poultry, I visited one farm where somebody in Ibadan has up to 10,000 birds. I was shocked. These 10,000 birds can take care of a whole community. You understand? So if we have a poultry farm, or where we have a Gary processing machines, there will be a very fast way of making people happy. Because some of these things, when they are available, when people harvest their cassava, they will bring it there for them to process for them. Can
we work with you to help your community create or even explore the opportunities in these businesses, whether it's poultry or Gary processing?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But you
so
know,
we are volunteering that we work with you. So
yes.
Is that an invitation you would like to accept?
You are highly welcome. But you know, I'm not representing only my community. I'm representing in Bitoli. So
yes, you can start from somewhere. I mean, it don't need to be everywhere in Bitoli, right? So if you want to start from Afrafine, if you want to start from Berifine, if you want to start from a Matana Homu, that's also great.
Okay, yeah, we can do something great for people to be happy. The only business we have, being a legislator, being whatever we are, is just to make people happy. If people are not happy with us, the whole business have no meaning.
Okay, great, fine. So let me bring Dr. Keanu in case he has any thoughts.
Yeah, Prof, looking at what Professor Nzako just said, it is wonderful we have legislators here discussing with us, but I think we need to make an arrangement and engage, or otherwise have an interaction with the entire House of Assembly so that we can educate them on this policy so that they will understand it properly.
Honorable Ibameze, thanks for that offer, and my office will definitely reach out to you to take it forward. But let me bring in Honorable Udeze. Please, do you want to introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay. Hello, gentlemen. My prof, my chairman, McDonald Debere. I greet you, sir, and other profs available. I greet everyone, my fellow House members. I greet you. My name is Honorable Udeze Ernest Okechukwu, popularly known as OK is OK. The House member represents the good and hospitable people of Idato North in Imo State House of Assembly. And I am the Chairman Committee on Local Government, Chieftaincy and Fair and Rural Development. And this falls under my confines.
Wow.
And I'm not mistaken by my leader, McDonald Debere, to invite me on this program. And be it at its may, I have listened so far so good. These things I said earlier where we were interacting before we come officially online. When like minds meet, we can move mountains. politics and policy is one thing that drives community and states. I said earlier before now to people, my fellow politicians, that politics is dynamic. What we have been selling to the people before now, as my leader said, is stomach infrastructures. And we want to shift from that paradigm shift to something practical, something that is holistic, something that we can able to monitor, that if I give you this, I don't want to come back to you again. I want to see you even giving someone else. And that is how we can able to foster development in our communities and in constituencies and all the rest. And this is what I said to my constituency when I was campaigning. I believe in mental emancipation of slavery, which is what I'm giving out today is what I have upstairs. I don't have anywhere I open a shop. I only have office where I render services. And these services is what I do. So when you educate people with them, you will go a long way. Now, coming to the community base, because we were talking about one kindred, one business initiative. Yes, it's obtainable, it's achievable, 100%. And I said earlier before now that we need serious sensitization and conscientization of minds of our people. Earlier before now, people are being politicians. Anything I do for my people, they say that because they voted me in is part of paying them back or what I've done for. So anything that comes from politicians is like a free. Even said that I was on an avenue of them coming to borrow money and able to pay in installments, as in a way that will not disturb them. But they are selling for us. I told them that if you know you're not a business person, don't come and borrow this money and eat it and think that, okay, we'll pay it because I shall take you on it. No. But if you know that you're going to use this money for business, come, I will give you. When you take it, then you return it back in due time. Maybe 1,000 naira every day or 1,200 every day. In 6 months, in 1 year, you pay off. Then you come again, we increase the number of what if you've done well. These things are mapped out that we can do. We can achieve it. With OKOBI, as a legislator, you need a legislative backing. Coming from where I come from, being that or not, we are highly experienced people and industrial people. In terms of policies, when they see that they have a government backing, a legislative backing, they will key in for sure. Let me take my community as an example. My immediate community, where I come from, Umume Autonomous Community of Obodoku. In front of Umume, and another kindred, which is called Umualege, that Umualege comprises about 4 or 5 kindreds in it. Now, we have a particular communal land farm that is as vast as either if I'm not mistaken, over 600 hectares of land. This community, these lands are closed. They in the Bayana Anamachi for 7 years for it to be properly let's say be strong so that it will grow over 7 years. Nobody goes there to farm. After you only go there to harvest your cassava and all the rest you planted, you live for 7 years again, they will open it. And I've told my people right from onset, the minute I emerge, that these things will stop. What we do, we live in a land for 7 good years is total economic sabotage. And in those areas of land, we have all the community in Obodoku as a whole. Where waters are is in Umume, where I come from. We have Rash there, we have Oka there, we have Iyoma there, we have Budokuro there. We have all this water, these rivers surrounding this vast space of land, which you can do irrigation farming there, which you can produce that rice. We have a swampy area, we can produce rice, which you can produce mud fish farming there, which you can cultivate any kind of crops. Yams do well over there.
Honorable, please, what is stopping you from doing these things then?
No, I'm coming. It's just we are still. These things is a program. Our people. I told you earlier. this our way, this is my mentality. My mentality is different from their mentality. Okay. So what is there is that they have believed so far, so all this while of self-propelled kind of business. Okay, and sons.
So sorry,
okay,
microphone is a bit far now. Do you want to come closer to it?
Okay, sorry. Okay, and sons and whatsoever, they will so much believe in our individual. I told you earlier before now, that had from 90s to 80s, we have over 28 to 48 cottage industries, and these are done by private individuals, and that is why they're not sustainable. And other things that happen along the line that are gone moribund right now. None of them is existing.
So, but let's begin to talk about solutions. Because you talked about regulation or the role of the state. What can be done to realize?
What we can do in that aspect, knowing all these things, that will have the mechanism to get it done, because I believe in proper directions, proper synergies, proper monitoring, proper organizing, so that there will not be problem at end.
Okay, fine, but how can we help you? How can my office work with you to realize at least one or two businesses in your constituency?
Now, what you can do is very, very simple. I will talk to the PG, because I have meeting with the data PGs in no distant time. I will have meeting with them. That's one of the directions I'm going. So my own PG, where I come from, I will talk with him to talk with the AZs and every other person, that the owners of those land, you can come in that aspect. So I will bring us together. Then everybody that have land in that place will come together and see how we can structure it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. In the interest of time, just hold it there. The chairman said that politicians accept whatever is presented to them during campaigns. So if MSA has accepted our offer, you have also accepted our offer, but we need to find a way to track or monitor and ensure these things happen. Maybe one thing my office will do is to have a record card or a scorecard on our website. Then we put your names, your constituencies, your promises, and we tick, and then the people will see. Maybe that way we can also track what you're doing. But in the interim, before I bring in the chairman, if you're just joining us, this is the One Kindred, One Business Initiative series of the Chief Economic Advisor to the Imo State Government under the leadership of Senator Hope Uzodimma. So it's about OKOBI, and here is what OKOBI is about.
Chichi baby, now you be this longest time oh. See as you dey shine. You be like say you don't get job for oil company oh.
Oil company job, ke? I don't get any oil company job oh. This shine where they see me shine so. Now as a result of OKOBI.
Which one be OKOBI now? I beg also for your babe oh. I need help bad.
Haba. Now you never hear about OKOBI. OKOBI now One Kindred, One Business Initiative. We go help wipe out poverty and create employment for you and everybody for your community. Check around you now. Use your sense. Calculate any business where you go fit set up together with your kinsmen, community members, and even your friends, whether na rice farming, palm kernel shells, poultry, fishery, pineapple production, rabbit keeping, oil production, honey production, plus other etc. Set them up as joint business with your family and friends. Then reach out to the office of the Chief Economic Advisor to Imo State Government. Him go guide you, direct you as you go take do this business go work well, bring go bonge profit and create employment for we people.
How I go fit get them for phone I beg?
Oh yeah, call this number. You go get all the answers where you need about OKOBI. 0701 351 2035. 0701 351 2035. Or you call 0911 436 0076. 0911 436 0076. Or you book appointment to get meeting to find out everything about OKOBI. OKOBI, that the feature of the shared prosperity agenda of the Executive Governor of Imo State, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma.
OKOBI, Omona Wike, Owoyaha.
It's green for me.
Okay, thank you. So, Honorable Madonna Debere, please, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof. I wanted to make an observation before I make another contribution. I know a lot of people, in the rural communities, they say from our kindreds who are listening to us, they need some of these things because so we need to break down some of our, English to their level where they can understand. Because I have to grammar here, and when it becomes a problem. So I speak English, I need to so that they can understand. This is my own humble opinion. I don't know whether that makes some sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Right? But we also have a broad audience. There are also people who are non-Igbos listening to us, but you're correct. So a mixture will be fine. Pidgin. So I played the Igbo advert. I also played the Pidgin advert. Yeah, but press on.
Okay, good. Okay, Prof. Like I was saying initially, my own little addendum to Nkemkureku before that our politicians, especially our elected people, they should move away from the bandwagon and moribund way of, rewarding our people, or maybe in terms of constituency initiative or something they want to bring back to their people. It is in a hand vote in away from the usual thing sustainable. We need to be looking at this OKOBI initiative, because I feel that this OKOBI initiative is very sustainable. If they develop a business and they introduce it to their various kindreds, and the kindreds ewere malite mewa ihe ọbụla gbasara ya, for example, poultry business, or maybe pineapple planting, or rabbit keeping, or whatever thing, even or Igbo, or whatever it is that will help create employment and generate economic leverage for this our rural people, than the usual stomach infrastructure. All the message in Jiribiata can move away from this stomach infrastructure. Ogobule, rice, yagu, area to cup, a cup, a bomb, yagu, to something that will be sustainable, something that the kindreds will be identified with. Because it is public sector, private sector driven, we need to make it grow. If it grows over time, it runs on its own. The House member or any other elected person or any other politician or any other leader may not even come back. The thing is, where ego sineli apụta eji a na-eme turnover, ndị mmadụ eji a na-enweta means of livelihood, eji a na-enweta ihe a na-eri eri, ha enwe ike dị happy over time, a na-egoro ya na-aga, we can add it to it, we require another business adequate to it. So the OKOBI business, for me, it gives a platform, it gives a springboard for our politicians to see a new lease of life into another way of doing something for their people that will be well appreciated, that will be sustainable, that will make the people happy, and that will grow the economy of the place, and that will equally provide employment.
But Chairman, before I go for, how do you explain this fact that in our people, only last minute, that's who they are likely to vote for. So our politicians have understood this. They may not even do anything. A day or two before the election, they come up with all sorts of gifts to buy our people's interests. What's the experience?
Yeah, Prof.
Yeah.
The solution is reorientation. We need to reorientate our people. We need to engage our people to make them to move away from that stomach infrastructure, that immediate gain. Or because they will take their time to give orientation to our people. What are the implication of such thing? Before the next day, I go one down have vote through in. And when you home and when you hot but in an ego man, cheerful, but they may have orientation, but have plano, ego no charino boo. Just concentrate on what we benefit to on the long term. That will be better for them. We need reorientation. Yeah.
Okay. Prof, please. And Honorable, sorry, sorry, Prof. Honorable.
Thanks, Prof. Just a quick.
Yeah, carry on, please.
Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Prof. Yeah.
Just to re-emphasize what Dr. McDonald Berry just said at the chairman of. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay. I'm just reiterating what Dr. McDonald Berry was saying about OKOBI being sustainable. And I think that's something we need to emphasize more and more so that the honorable members can take that away. We need to restructure. It's a structuring thing. If we can structure OKOBI and get it down to the honorable members, let them buy it and we'll take it to their communities. Because it will deal with the stomach infrastructure problem. The reason people take money from politicians and vote for them is because of poverty. I tell you, not every voter collects money from politicians. There are a lot of voters that vote for politicians, but they don't collect money because they have something doing, they have something. So if we promote OKOBI and make sure that vast majority of our people in the rural areas got something doing and they can feed themselves, believe me, most politicians can make promises to them, but they will not vote for them because of the promises, because they can feed themselves. So that's what OKOBI can deal with. Once we structure it, we need to really go down to the planning room, structure it properly, and now that we have honorable members expressing interest, let them buy it fully. We'll help them to implement OKOBI in their respective communities. It is workable. We can raise the money. The money to push OKOBI in communities is not a problem. If it's an issue, we create it. We create instruments to finance OKOBI projects once they are bankable. So it is not an issue of money. It's an issue of making sure that the relevant people are interested in the project and that they can support it, they can monitor it, and they can create the awareness that's needed to change the mindset of our people. That's where I leave it for now. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Honorable Henry Abasono, is it possible to unmute yourself and introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Thank you very much. I'm delighted. My name is Honorable Dr. Henry Abasono. I represent the good people of Ezinetembi State Constituency. I am the Chairman House Committee on Education in the 10th Assembly. Thank you very much.
Okay,
really
Honorable, welcome. Are you aware of Yendobo Femege?
Thank you very much. I am very much aware. I'm on ground. I know what they're doing.
Okay, because Honorable Udeze asked for examples, role models. In Kekoware, can you share with him what the youth in your community or your constituency are doing?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to appreciate His Excellency for this particular initiative. And I want to also appreciate and thank the SA Economic Advisor to the Governor. Honestly speaking, is a very welcome development. It will really foster a whole lot of things and cushion a whole lot of things. In my community, to be frank, the youth of my community venture so much in agriculture. But due to the fact that Okofe does not have land mass, because most of our land is just a kind of a developed town, then we have this shortage on the not enough land to farm on. The little land we have, they develop this system of farming that goes beyond only farming cultivation. They ventured into poultry, which you can use buildings to run. They venture into piggery, which you can use buildings to run. They venture into other rearing of animals like goats, and etc. Honestly speaking, I really appreciate this program because the only thing we need to do about this program is to, I am just adding to, I'm queuing in, I'm aligning myself with what McDonald, a very PhD said about reorientation. I want to equally beg the organizers of this program to go into public sensitization, public enlightenment through radios, social medias, and what have you, including newspapers, so that they will create a kind of group that will move from communities to communities, from local government to organized seminars and programs that could educate our people on how to go about these sustainable socio-economic programs that could help us to change the narrative of politics and its dividends to our people. God bless you.
Thank you. And that's why we invited you here. The program has been on and we can do more, obviously. We are also working through religious organizations like the churches, civil society organizations as well. We are also reaching out to Ndieze and President Generals. But if there are also ways you can support us, this is a collective effort. So that would be great.
Thank you very much. There was a motion we sponsored at the House of Assembly where we asked the public to go back to farming as it used to be before. I was able to define the type of agriculture that we learned when I was in primary school, where they told us that we have substantial agriculture and commercial agriculture. And we are talking about food scarcity or food insecurity. We contributed to that this food scarcity or insecurity is caused by our people derailing from the usual method of particularly that substantial farming, where the family can farm and sustain themselves. Because I cited example then that in those days, we don't buy gari from the market. Every family cultivates cassava, harvests as at when due, process their gari. And there is no family that go out there to buy gari except when they have occasions. That's when they do that. And we have all derailed from that method, where everything now
but
is
the people will also tell you that there are problems of insecurity.
So in my
there are
village,
also issues of the seedlings, because you need improved seedlings. You also need the machines or the tractors.
That's where I'm coming.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming. Like in my village, the LGA chairman of my particular party in my local government, Honorable Mark Adendo, is a farmer. He's a renowned farmer. He deals with yam seedlings. He deals with cassava improved stems.
Okay, Honorable, just hold it there. There's somebody who wants to ask you a question. I'll bring him in and then he will ask you. Clement, do you want to ask a question, please? Or make a comment? You want to unmute yourself? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Prof. Good day, everyone. I think I wanted to refer back the honorable member to the way the listeners, most of these points making are not already what we're expecting. I want to make a reference to what Dr. Zako said. The honorable members should kindly tell us how are they going to bring up policies that will help. Some of us are, private citizens, and most of us are also in diaspora. What are the policies that the honorable members can bring up that will give us the confidence and the courage to come up and invest, and also to partner with the government in ensuring that our local communities and environs, that they benefit from this OKOBI project.
Okay, Dr. Hina, do you want to?
Yes, I heard him clear. The truth of the matter is that one of the issues that scare away investors or those that want to partner with OKOBI is this thing they call the insecurity, the herdsmen. And I believe too well that His Excellency, the governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, has really done marvelously well on that aspect of controlling and putting that security measures of preventing the herdsmen from invading into people's farm to destroy it. This is one. Two, we want to bring what we call public and community sensitization, where we have the PGs and the ASICs.
Do you have any policies? He's talking about policies. Are you people thinking about policies that will make these things at least compulsory, one way or the other?
That's what I'm saying. The policy is we are trying to make up a law or motion that will make sure that the ASICs and PGs are brought in partnership to this so that they could put some security measures in their various communities, like these vigilantes.
Okay, fine. Just hold it there. Let me. I know we're running against time now. Time is no longer. It's not usually our friend. Honorable Pemezia, do you want to say anything about this idea of policies?
Yes. Thank you very much. Policies are being made, like in the House of Assembly. We have a bill for already existing bill about build, operate, and transfer to the government. We have a partnership bill that is already existing in the House of Assembly that someone can harness. Like now, we have roles in the local government, in the rural communities.
Sorry, are these policies already finalized or they're in the process of being created?
It's already there in the House of Assembly.
So where can we find them? Where can the public find these policies?
Yeah, a lot of bills have been passed, but people are not aware. It's only when you sensitize people, they will be aware of what
I'm saying. Do you have a website or a portal where people can find some of these policies?
Yes, the Imo State House of Assembly has a website where you can go in and have everything you have to get. After this, I don't know when again we are going to have this program. Any of our programs.
You will send it to my office and then we'll share it across board, and we always welcome to our program. But if you have these policies, it'd be nice to, especially those that are specific to industry and OKOBI.
Yeah. Yes. Also, I want to tell that the confidence that people have lost around what we are doing, like what my brother just said now. If you see the work the governor is doing in the state, you can only see people see any negative that comes around it. They will key to that and start shouting. But the good jobs that the governor is doing, you cannot hear it anywhere. So this business of OKOBI is another great one. For people to really come down to understand the realities of life instead of believing that everything will come. Like what my brother said about giving people what they don't have. Whatever we want to go to give them during the campaign is what they take, not what they want to take. But at the end of the day, we will do everything to make them happy. But when you continue to do their programs, run their programs with them, finance their programs with them, the time of election or whatever comes, they will remember you. They need it fast. That person that comes at that 9 minutes to say, look at this, take this one, take this.
Okay.
If you come to my
Honorable,
office,
I hear you. We have 3 minutes. Sorry about that. I have to cut in. But Honorable Udeze, do you have like a minute to say something before I bring in Professor Zach? Just make it brief because you have only 3 minutes, please. Honorable Udeze, you want to unmute yourself? Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Prof. One thing I want you to understand in terms of policy making is this. You are the drivers of OKOBI. What is your initiative? What do you have? Bring it to us on the floor. We'll look at it critically. Then what do you want us to project in terms of policies you want us to make to protect this thing, to domesticate it, to make it work, to give it a legal framework. So I want to see your own. We need to see your own program properly.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good challenge. I think we made effort to present to you. That was sometime in December, but you had an event.
You know, I'm so sorry to say. Do you know that it was the day they sent me this thing? That was my first hearing of OKOBI. So there is no proper sensitization or conscientization of the people. People are not aware of this. I'm sorry to say. So I've not heard about it. When you ask me why am I not carrying out these programs that I outlined, that I have in mind, or what I'm pushing, I believe in holistic harmonization of programs.
Okay, so thank you for the invitation. We accept the invitation and we'll come to the House of Assembly, at least to sensitize you on what OKOBI is. And also, Professor Jude, you have 30 seconds. Will you be able to squeeze in anything?
Okay, right. I just want to say thank you to the honorable members. And please, when you go away, do not forget that we're holding you to your promises. We're coming back to you for more work. Policies, there are enough laws and policies at the moment in Imo State to support investment, but we need
No, continue, wrap up.
Okay, oh, sorry. I wanted to comment on insecurity. Investors will not stop coming to Imo State because of insecurity. There are older factors.
Okay, fine. Dr. Madonna, do you want to say anything? Your hand is up as well. You need to,
Yeah, Prof. All I want to assure you is that the OKOBI initiative is a very sound and very good one. And I promise you that the political class, which we are part of, and which at some level we are at the helm of affairs, we bring them to partner with you and to make sure we partner with Imo State government and make it a fruitful venture. That's all I have to say.
Fantastic. Dr. Oke, you have the last word, 2 seconds if you can.
Yeah, I believe we have had a very wonderful discussion. But we need to re-engage these gentlemen again in this webinar. By the time we would have spoken to the entire House of Assembly, I'm sure we're going to get results. But the ones that have been elected now, they can start this policy in their various communities before an election comes again.
Yes, I think we are following with the chairman who ensure he brings the rest of them. So that leaves me with the opportunity to thank everyone who has participated. Time is not usually a friend, and today has been very exciting. I thank my team, Mrs. Jovita Agu, Adeze Nwaka, Adeze Shaheme, and the honorable that are presented here, my co-moderators, Professor Jude Nzako and Dr. K. Anukwem, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Chichi baby, now you be this longest time see as you dey shine. You be like say you don't get job for oil company
Oil company job, ke? I no get any oil company job. This shine where they see me shine so. Now as a result of OKOBI.
Which one be OKOBI now? I beg also for your babe. I need help bad.
Haba. Now you never hear about OKOBI. OKOBI now one kindred, one business initiative. We go help wipe out poverty and create employment for you and everybody for your community. Check around you now. Use your sense. Calculate any business where you go fit set up together with your kinsmen, community members, and even your friends, whether na rice farming, palm kernel shells, poultry, fishery, pineapple production, rabbit keeping, oil production, honey production, plus other etc. Set them up as joint business with your family and friends. Then reach out to the office of the Chief Economic Advisor to Imo State Government. Him go guide you, direct you as you go take do and this business go work well, bring go bonge profit and create employment for we people.
How I go fit get them for phone abeg?
Oh, yeah, call this number. You go get all the answers where you need about OKOBI. 0701 351 2035. 0701 351 2035. Or you call 0911 436 0076. 0911 436 0076. Or you book appointment to get meeting to find out everything about OKOBI. OKOBI, that the feature of the shared prosperity agenda of the Executive Governor of Imo State, Distinguished Senator Hobo Zodimma.
OKOBI, ụmụnna wike, ọwụ ya agha.
It's green for me.